Hello, my name is Aquila Bey, Ph.D., and I am the Chairman, President, and CEO of d.m.h. Legal Aid Services, a private nonprofit agency that guarantees to educate its clients and those surrounding the case itself on behalf of the client. Now, the reason why I started d.m.h. Legal Aid Services is because some time ago I found there were 163 different races in the city of Chicago. And out of that 163 races, the majority of those races were calling Black Americans stupid. Now, I'm an African American, don't get it wrong. As an African American, I wanted to find out why Black Americans are so stupid. And if there's 163 races, how come blacks are the only ones being called stupid? And out of all the races I talked to, they simply said, study your criminal justice system and you will find out why. First thing I found is that all the judges sitting on the bench are Democrats. I found that the state's attorney's office is controlled by a state's attorney and many assistant state's attorneys. At the end of the day, the power of the Democrats control the office. And the public defender's office. One public defender for Cook County and a lot of assistant public defenders. Now, I keep hearing from the Black Americans that the judges are treating me wrong. The judges found me guilty and I was innocent. The judge this, the judge. I don't hear anything good out of Black Americans' mouth about our Democratic judges, but yet they keep voting them in or they don't vote at all. So they must be stupid. How about the state's attorney's office? All the Black Americans are saying they charged me with a crime they know I didn't do. They charged me with a crime against the function of what it says. The crime, to commit this crime, the law says these words, but they charging me with it anyway, and they want me to plead against myself. They want me to go against the Fifth Amendment right. I don't understand this, but yet you keep voting Democrats, or you don't vote at all. And finally, the public defender's office. Public defender's office. All these Black Americans are saying, pretender defender, pretender defender, pretender defender, pretender defender. And yet, you keep voting Democrat or you don't vote at all. Black Americans must be stupid. And this is why they told me to study this issue. And this is why d.m.h. Legal Aid Services exists. We exist because we are going to prove to you that we do it the righteous way. We are going to read your transcripts, we are going to read the law, and we're going to tell you to your face whether you're innocent or guilty, and we're going to do whatever we can to prove beyond a reasonable doubt that you are innocent of that crime. But in doing so, we also are educating you, letting you know that you are not the friend of the judge, and that voting for this judge was not the right thing to do, and continuing to vote Democrat is not the right thing to do. When for 40 plus years they have continued to lock up your fellow Black American family members and friends for things they have not done. The state's attorney's office, to show you that they are charging you with crimes multiple times. I've seen state's attorney charge a gentleman with 20 different counts of murder against one body, but it's only one body. But they're saying, well, we're going to charge you with this subsection, wasting time, energy, tax-paying dollars because they're saying we don't know anything. We know this guy is going to plead guilty. We're going to force him to plead guilty, and we're not going to do anything to make sure he plead guilty. So if they're saying this to your face and you're saying this is what's going to happen to me because I'm Black, but you're voting for these people to protect you. You're voting for these people to help you. So those racists must be telling the truth. Blacks are stupid. And then you have those public defenders. My God. Oh, we don't have the investigators. Oh, you did the crime, gone and plead guilty. Oh, well, I'm overbooked and overworked. Oh, but you keep voting them in. So you must be stupid. Now, again, if you vote Democrat and you're Black American, you must be stupid. And if you don't vote at all, you definitely must be stupid. Now, let me give you some scenarios. Again, why d.m.h. Legal Aid Services started. Because, again, we are here to serve and protect the interests of the client and the family in learning education. Now, let's be educated about this. If I was charged with a murder and my mom was in the pew talking about, son, I know you're innocent, and judge, my son is innocent, and I know he wouldn't do all this, and I know he wouldn't do all that. But yet when voting time comes, you ran to the polls and you voted the judge in and sentenced your son to 60 years. My God, you must be stupid. You vote the state's attorneys in when you're saying, state's attorney, you're charging my son with this higher crime, and you know he didn't charge all that, you know he didn't do all that, you know he's innocent, but you went to the booth and you voted the same party back in again. And oh, we hear all these parents crying and screaming about the public defenders. Oh, my son needs more help. My son needs more help. My son needs more help because public defenders not. But yet you run right into the voting poll and vote the Democrat. Public defenders, state's attorneys, and judges sitting on the bench, convicting your kids for things they have not done, convicting your family members for things they have not done, and you're sitting back and allowing it. So you must be stupid. So as a result, that's what D.m.h. Legal Aid Services simply provides for you. It lets you know that at the end of the day, you can't be smiling in a judge's face that does not care about you. You can't be sitting up there thinking the state is here to help you when they're not. And you surely can't sit there and think the state public defender's office is going to help you because they're not. Now, what very few state's attorneys, public defenders, and judges you have, they are still under dominant control of the Democratic Party, and at the end of the day, they will do what they are told. And I'm tired of black Americans finding all these different excuses as to why they're Democrats. Well, the Republican Party, they're only for the rich. Who wants to be poor? All their life. Oh, the Democratic Party and the Republican Party, they switch parties, and so, man, I don't want no Republican. But yet, you're the one in the courtroom saying you've been charged with a murder you didn't do, and there's a Democrat sitting there saying, continuance. Well, I want a speedy trial, continuance. I want a speedy trial, continuance. I want a speedy trial, continuance. Yeah, the public defender's office, well, I'll get around to it, and I'll do that, And the state's attorney, well, I know you really didn't do the crime because the statute says I'm supposed to serve and protect the interests of justice, but you're black, screw you, you're out of there. So again, black Americans must be stupid. Now, I'm here to do one thing and one thing only. My lawyers are here to do one thing and one thing only. My other power of attorneys, agents, are here to do one thing and one thing only. Do right. Do right by you. Do right according to the law. Now, one thing a Republican said that was very interesting to me, and he said, do you want somebody in office that makes up the law as they go along, or do you want somebody that's in office that's going to follow the law? Well, for some reason, black Americans continue to vote Democrats in and think up the law. Think up the law. Think up the law. It is sad that under Democratic control, more and more black Americans in the city of Chicago are sex offenders. And it's impossible to be a sex offender. I want you to continue to look and listen to the other things that are coming abroad with me, because I'm going to bring to your attention how sad it is that we sit by and watch our black men be accused and charged and found guilty of sex offenses. Their pictures are up on a website saying they're sex offenders, and yet when you read the police report, when you read the supplemental report, it is impossible for that man to be a sex offender. But because they know that you're going to vote Democrat or not vote at all, they're destroying our black men. That's why our black men are killing each other in the streets, because they see no way out. How can they see a way out when you're telling them vote Democrat or don't vote at all? How is it that you can sit there and sit in the pew and say, I believe in you, son, and then run to the polls and you vote for the Democratic judge that's destroying your son's life, you vote for the state's attorney that's destroying your son's life, and you vote for the public defender that's there to help you with tax-paying dollars and say, screw you and your family, you're going to jail. That's what we are against. That's why we are so passionate in what we do at D.m.h. Legal Aid Services. Thank you very much for your time, and please have a nice day.